Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. My game crashed. I think it's a compatibility issue with Windows 8, so I switched to using compatibility for Windows XP for DAO. Should fix it. There's a Chastened Trail sign right over there somewhere. I think it's... there's a chest. Well, actually a number of chests here.
On it.
Quartz. Helmet. Supposedly it's around here somewhere. Yeah, war axe. Well, I need to go down then. Well, I can't go through there. This way then?
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
You mean using fear as a weapon of war? You know, demoralizing your enemy and all that? It does work. I'm not sure what's wrong with the water either.
What's this?
Okay. Let's keep going. There's a demon I'll find in this particular area soon enough. One problem I did have because the game crashed for me is that I lost all my... I didn't have a quick save or not to save, so essentially I had to fight through this entire section all over again, which wasn't fun, mind you. Okay, now there's an emissary right there on that bridge. I'm gonna go alone. Essentially, screw you. Yeah, screw you.
Let's get started. We fight! Watch out.
Okay. Alright, I found the final location.
Victory shall be mine.
It's done. But there's still a few more around this area. Holy shit.
Right. On it.
That's a lot of traps. Okay, the Darkspawn are all defeated. What about this particular trap? Seems I can't disarm it. Okay, take the Darkspawn, staff, and Ichor. I'm not sure exactly what. I guess you use it in poison. Poisons, that is. Rogues. Okay.
On it.
Well, fruit.
Let's get started.
So there we have it, the mace and other stuff. Well, it does have good armor penetration. It does give me 1 strength, so I might want to keep that on. As for Alistair, he gets the Fane helmet. Now, understand this, the Fane helmet is not particularly good for Alistair because it reduces his hostility, so it's probably, yeah, actually I'm gonna give it to Jory. Yeah, I mean, but you know, once I actually I'm left with only Alistair, I'm obviously gonna give it to him. It's not the best choice, but you know, yeah. Yeah, that's actually good. 2 dexterity, constitution, defense, 6 defense, 2 armor. Why the hell not? I know it's kind of silly, but what? 12 strength. Oh, he has no points in strength. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this. I know it's really silly, but come on, stats and all. I mean, armor is not gonna help him all that much. Yeah, get the Wild's bow. Okay. Supposedly I should be able to disarm it, but I can't click on it. Whatever. You know, bugs, there are plenty of bugs in this game. This game had many bugs in it. It still does. Add in mods and well, you're just asking for issues. For instance, because of the game crash I mentioned earlier, the game, I have a problem with the mod, no follower auto level up mod that I'm using. It did auto level them up once I reloaded that old save. So David has like certain skills which he didn't have, like these. I'm pretty sure he didn't have these skills, like stealth. No, he did. And that's a problem. Anyway. Okay, sprinkle the ash. Sprinkle more ash on the pile of stones. Let's do it. This is what happens. Essentially. Hello there. Use crippling shot. And right.
At your order.
Is it just me, or did you actually think you were?
Let's get started.
Don't think you were gonna get something special out of it. You don't. Well, there's that. The Enchanter's Footing. Exclusive to mages. Who the hell? Never mind it. No, I understand mages do need their survivability, but why the hell would a mage... Let me just go over this. Like, they have dexterity and defense. Why would you want dexterity on a bloody mage? Don't get me wrong, I understand stats like constitution, but dexterity? Well, obviously it increases your dodge chance, so I guess there's that logic. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think it's pretty dumb in the first place to even bother trying to increase your defensive stats as a mage, unless you're playing an arcane warrior, essentially. Which, you know, I'm not a big fan of, personally. I don't think an arcane warrior is all that great. But hey, that's just me. I'd much rather go with well, mages have Spirit Healer, Blood Mage, Arcane Warrior, and Shapeshifter. I'd go with Spirit Healer. I'd strongly recommend that talent build, and I'd go with either Blood Magic or Shapeshifting. One of those two. It doesn't really matter. I don't think. Besides Spirit Healer, I don't think any of them is actually useful. Honestly. Here come the Darkspawn. Okay.
On it.
And how?
I shot.
Weapons at the ready. All right, let's go! Time for some fun! That's it!
Bad day, huh?
You don't say. Well, let's assault the position. There's plenty of Darkspawn. There's also an alpha.
Ready for a Down you go. Only one to stand.
I guess I should get Fred then. Like ASAP.
On it.
Potion. Okay. There's an enchanted dagger, not really all that useful for me. I don't use daggers all that much. There's only one follower that I'll use them on. But it will take a while for me to get him. That's it. the cache, which is broken.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
Hello, Morgan. Intruder, and just how are these your wilds?
Because I know them as only one who owns them could. Can you claim the same? I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, dwarf. You have nothing to fear from any witch. Tell me your name, and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized.
I am Duran. A pleasure to meet you.
And you may
sorry.
call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall
These
I guess
bloody
your
hotkeys.
purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Is this a joke?
If so, it seems the truthful rather than funny sort, no?
Great. She's a thieving, weird, talking, funny sort of witch.
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
Why are you interested in helping us?
Why not? I do not meet many people here. Are you all so mistrustful?
You know, most people aren't mages, they don't live in a swamp, and they don't dress like that. So, you wonder why people are mistrustful of you? Take a bloody guess. Tell me more about your mother first.
She prefers her privacy, but I imagine she will be curious enough why you were here. Come, see for yourself.
I want an honest answer. Are you a witch of the wilds?
Have I been dishonest? Some call us witches, yes, but purely out of superstition.
You know what the Circle of Magi is, don't you? The Circle requires an accounting of all mages. That is the law of the land and the Chantry.
If you wish to tell your chantry about me, go ahead. I have nothing to fear from priests.
I say we go with her.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will.
Shut
Just
up.
you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
Mm-hmm. The Witch of the Wilds, Flemeth.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl.
Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Dareth. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your dwarven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
I believe you're crazy and possibly dangerous.
Is that all? Surely your mind stretches farther than these surroundings. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon. They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother. True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
How do you know all of this?
Do I? Perhaps I am simply an old woman with a penchant for mole departments. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for. Time for you to go, then. Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests. Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Yeah, back to Ostagar, where I have things to do, people to meet, stuff to steal, essentially. Okay, it's night. The quartermaster should still be here, though. Obviously, the kennel master is still here.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Is this the flower you're looking for?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
What will happen to him now?
Let's give him a day or two to recover. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
I'm not sure if I have time to care for him.
You'd be surprised. Could be the other way round. Mabari are supremely intelligent and are excellent hunters and fighters. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Alright. Why the hell not?
Hello again. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I
Some
want to buy...
supplies, perhaps.
I want to buy
So long
all
as
of
you keep
your...
it quiet.
all your injury kits and pretty much... Oh, yeah, I need to sell some stuff. I think I'm gonna sell the dagger, yeah. I'm gonna keep the edge though. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the Ash Warrior axe. I'm gonna keep this though. It's just too useful. The shield and the chainmail, the scale armor, the ring mail, scale boots, splint mail, all that shit. And the mud idol. So yes, I've essentially made a lot of fucking money. Obviously I'm gonna spend a large portion of it on the things I'm about to buy.
Let's...
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some
Let me see what you
supplies,
have.
perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
Nice. So he has lesser injury kits, and actually I was looking for these, so buying that. Yes, I would recommend you get some flasks. Not that... Well, I guess I'm gonna just 40. So yeah, I'm still at two sovereigns, and well, close to 2 sovereigns. That's what the gold coins are called in this game. All right, Daveth. I don't remember where the chests were. That one requires a specific key. But here's the thing, if you have Return to Ostagar, which, you know, involves returning to Ostagar, and you don't open that chest the first time around, you wait until later,
May the Maker guard
then
you in the coming battle.
in that chest you'll find the staff, which is, I think it's actually quite decent. Or do you find the staff? I don't exactly remember, but I know you for certain you find something extra if you loot the chest when you return to Asgard instead of, you know, when you are at Asgard the first time around.
I want this nonsense talk stopped immediately. What are you, a bunch of Natric fishwives spreading gossip until you brown your small clothes out of terror? We've seen nothing to suggest that the Darkspawn drag our people underground to eat them. And I want this talk about
Darkspawn apparently don't eat. You can ask David Gator about that, he said it on the forums. Okay, so what are Darkspawn? Magical beings? No. There's actually an explanation of how Darkspawn are created. It's actually a solid one, but how come they don't eat? They don't require eating, they don't require drinking, and I guess they don't require sleeping either. So, yeah. Awesome, right? I'm willing to accept certain things, but what's with the music? But there are things that take it too far. I'm fairly certain there were a few chests around here that were locked that you could loot. Maybe I was wrong, or maybe they despawned since, you know, transition and all that. But yeah, no chests in this area. Well, let's go see Duncan. Oh, there's actually something interesting here.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Terran worries that may not be enough.
So the game worries they won't win the battle with the army they have right now. Hell, even with reinforcements, he doesn't think he will win the battle. Well, he's not entirely sure about it. In reality, when it comes to war, there's no dead certainty. Unless you know, one side has an overwhelming advantage over the other. which is not the case for this particular war. In fact, for this particular war, you don't even know how many troops Darkspawn have. Hell, you don't even know how many troops Kalen has, and where do these troops come from. It's just before I pause the video right here. Kalen's army is made up of, as best I can tell, and I don't see anything to disprove this theory, but the Ferelden army is made up of troops brought by nobles. You know, troops that are essentially loyal to the nobles, not to the king. The king obviously has his own force loyal to him. Based on what we see at Asgard, forget the mod, just on what we see the royal force, we see the Denerim forces. In fact, it's even mentioned later on in the game that the Arl of Denerim is here at this battle. There's Gawaran, that's where Loghain essentially rules. Gawaran, the Terran of Gawaran, I can't actually spell the name properly, I think. Gwaran, yeah, I think that's it, Gwaran. Then there's however the Knights sent by Terran Kuzland. There would have been however Amaranthine forces led by Arl Howe, but you know, if you've played Human Noble Origin, then you know that Howe essentially used the opportunity presented by the fact that Kuzland sent all his troops south, but he waited in Highover Castle himself with a small guard force, and Howe essentially killed him and his entire family. That's what happened. Anyway, Costin here, signing out. But besides that, besides Denerim, Gawaran, Highover, and you know, the royal force, which is probably the smallest, we're probably talking of Kalen's palace guards, royal guards, that kind of stuff. Besides that, you don't have other nobles represented here. So you don't have the main Ferelden army. The main Ferelden army, there's still there's still the Bannerman, which controlled most of the land. There's still West Hill, Redcliffe. Duncan mentions that actually, and Waking Sea, South Reach, I think it's called, and Dragon's Peak. And then there's Lothering. So yeah, all of that. Anyway, Costin here, signing out.